Here are 5 must-watch horror movies I recommend for November 2024, from a psychological thriller to a backwoods nightmare. Let's dive in. Number 5. May 2002. Our first pick is May, a psychological horror film that's both deeply disturbing and heartbreakingly tragic. It follows the story of May, a socially awkward young woman with an unsettling fascination for perfection, and the lengths she'll go to achieve it. Played brilliantly by Angela Bettis, May's descent into obsession is equally fascinating and horrifying. What makes May stand out is its slow, deliberate build-up. It explores themes of loneliness and rejection, making you feel both sympathy and dread as her dark side begins to emerge. The way the movie intertwines her yearning for connection with her gruesome actions will leave you squirming in your seat. And let's talk about that ending. Without spoiling too much, it's one of those climaxes that sticks with you, lingering in your mind long after the credits roll. If you're looking for a horror film that's as much about the human psyche as it is about scares, May is a must-watch this November. It's haunting in a way few films dare to be. Number 4. The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster, 2023. Next up is The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. This film takes the classic Frankenstein story and reinvents it with a modern twist. The protagonist, Vicaria, is a brilliant but troubled teenager who's convinced she can cure death itself. Her experiments lead to an incredible discovery, but with horrifying consequences. What makes this film special is its blend of social commentary with raw, visceral horror. It's not just about the scares, it's about the deeply human questions it raises. How do grief and trauma shape us? How far would you go to bring back someone you love? The movie doesn't shy away from these questions, and it pairs them with some truly shocking visuals. The performances are another highlight, especially Lea DeLeon Hayes as Vicaria. She brings so much depth to the character, making her someone you root for even as her actions grow more terrifying. This movie isn't just a horror story, it's a deeply layered narrative that'll make you think just as much as it scares you. Number 3. The Taking of Deborah Logan, 2014. Our third pick is The Taking of Deborah Logan. This found-footage horror masterpiece starts innocently enough, with a film crew documenting a woman's battle with Alzheimer's. But what unfolds is far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The genius of this film lies in its gradual build of dread. At first, you're not even sure if what's happening is supernatural or just the tragic effects of Deborah's illness. But as the story progresses, the truth becomes clear, and it's absolutely terrifying. The subtle moments, like Deborah appearing in the background of a shot without explanation, will send shivers down your spine. And let's not forget the climax, which delivers one of the most horrifying visuals in modern horror history. Trust me, it's the kind of moment that'll have you checking behind you for days. If you love a good scare that also makes you question what's real and what's not, The Taking of Deborah Logan is a perfect choice this November. Number 2. 1408, 2007. Coming in at number 2 is 1408, based on a story by Stephen King. This psychological horror film follows Mike Enslin, a cynical writer who specializes in debunking supernatural events. When he checks into room 1408 of the Dolphin Hotel, he's in for the shock of his life. What makes 1408 so unforgettable is how it plays with your mind. The room itself becomes a living, breathing entity, tormenting Mike with a mix of personal fears and outright terrifying imagery. John Cusack's performance is outstanding. You can feel his growing desperation as he tries to escape the room's grip. The movie doesn't rely on cheap jump scares. Instead, it builds tension masterfully, keeping you on edge with its unpredictable twists. And just when you think you've figured it out, it pulls the rug out from under you. If you're a fan of smart, cerebral horror that messes with your head, 1408 is an absolute must-watch this month. Before I reveal the most terrifying film on this list, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments which movie has you most excited. Number 1. The Sadness, 2021. And now for our number 1 pick, The Sadness. Let me warn you, this is not for the faint of heart. This Taiwanese horror film is one of the most extreme, gut-wrenching experiences you'll ever have. It's set in a world where a viral outbreak turns people into bloodthirsty maniacs, but what sets it apart is its relentless pace and shocking brutality. The movie doesn't just want to scare you, it wants to break you. From its unflinching gore to its exploration of humanity's darkest impulses, The Sadness is a horror experience unlike any other. But it's not all chaos. There's a surprising amount of depth here, with themes of morality, love, and survival woven throughout. By the time you reach the end, you'll feel like you've been through a battle yourself. It's harrowing, it's intense, and it's unforgettable. If you think you can handle it, The Sadness is hands down the best horror movie to watch this November. Thanks so much for watching. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.